Amber trusted me, Eliana, and I broke that trust.
So?
It might not mean much to you, but she's my sister, and I said I'd always respect her privacy.
You're 11. Why does she even expect you to keep her secrets?
Because we've always been close, and we've always trusted each other. As I said, but I shouldn't have. She's always been struggling with bullying and self-esteem. She needed me to be there for her, so I was. She put every inch of trust in me.
Surely that's more of a burden than anything else.
It was. But I still enjoyed being there for Amber whenever she needed me. And now that we don't need each other much anymore, or rather we just want to have our own more separate lives now, we're sort of drifting apart more.
What do you mean by own separate lives?
We used to spend a lot of time together, which meant that me especially, weren't making friends or hanging around with people our own age, or people who could have a good influence on us. So we sort of decided it was best that we had a bit more time to do our own thing, rather than always be together. But since then, it feels like we're not even siblings anymore.
Sorry to hear that. I've made it worse, haven't I?
No, you haven't. She was annoyed at me this morning before you arrived. I was annoyed about her and Madison, even though Madison is her friend, and she should be comforting Madison.
That doesn't mean she should just forget about you.
Johnny was always there for me. I should have just accepted that, rather than being selfish and acting like a spoiled brat.
Amber is your sister.
Well, Johnny's sister isn't there for him, so if mine isn't, then it's fine.
Johnny's sister is Kara.
That's true. But it makes sense if friends are there for friends. And now I've lost Johnny too.
I'm sure he'll cool off.
He'll hate me after this. And he probably thinks I care more about you than him.
Well, do you?
Don't ask questions like that, please.
Johnny isn't going to stop caring about you, Ford.
He probably already has.
You said you like cycling then?
So, you are interested.
Maybe. Sorry I didn't act exactly sound welcoming yesterday. Ford was rattled about something yesterday morning and I was worried. I probably still am.
It's fine.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. I wanted to introduce myself.
Are you new to the school as well?
Yes, I'm, Livy.
Sabrina, this is Johnny.
Sabrina nods at Johnny. Livy looks down thoughtfully at the floor. She'd now put a name to a face.
I'm, going to find Michaela. Bye.
Bye. I often recognize people that I've never even met before, just because I think they're someone, but they're not actually that person.
Maybe, but the way she was acting seemed odd.
I didn't notice it.
Hey Sabrina, can I tell you something I've never told anyone before?
Tell me anything.
I've never really trusted anyone. Most people in my life have broken my trust.
What about Ford?
Ford was the only person I ever did truly trust. He has been the best friend I've ever had. Despite what happened yesterday, I'd still say that even now.
Is there anyone else you've ever trusted?
A few people, but they broke my trust. So I rarely let unfamiliar people into my life anymore. And I honestly thought I could trust Ford. Now it feels like I have absolutely no one to trust, Sabrina.
It must be awful feeling like that.
It feels like I've lost every friend I ever had. I don't think Ford wants to know me anymore.
Didn't you say he was going through a lot?
Yes, he's not doing himself any favors. He's pushing everyone who ever cared about him away. Sabrina, I'm worried about him.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Take my mind off it?
Why don't we meet at the coffee shop in town after school today?
I'd love to. See you there?
Of course! I'll have to check with my sister first, though. I'll let you know if anything changes.
Jalen is still at home with Cece.
I'm worried about Madison.
Me too, honey.
Do you think she'll be okay?
I'm not sure at this point.
Do you think that there's any way that we can help her to make things better for her?
Right now, I think she just needs some space.
Ford is alone and talking to himself in the garden.
Eliana's right. Who do I care about more? I've been pushing everyone away. Everyone probably hates me, and...
The back door swings open, and Eliana walks towards Ford with glasses of lemonade.
Oh, hey.
Talking to yourself, then.
Maybe. Am I allowed to talk to myself?
I never said you weren't, Ford.
Yeah?
You've told me a lot about your sister, but not much about yourself. Tell me about you.
Why would you want to know about me?
Because I'm your cousin, and we've never properly spoken.
Fine, I guess. I'm not exactly the most interesting person, though.
Just go ahead.
Well, I like video games, and I suppose I used to like talking to people, but now I don't.
Is it because of everything that has happened?
Mostly, yes. Talking just doesn't help me.
I'm sure that arguing helps you even less.
You know I didn't mean to snap at Johnny.
I know. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be in your situation right now.
But at least I've still got you.
Rose still likes you.
Are you sure about that?
Stop being so negative. You haven't fallen out with her, have you?
Yet. I'm falling out with everyone now.
Don't say that. You'll work things out.
Eventually.
Lewis,
Where have you been?
I went to speak to Ford. I guess at least we're on speaking terms, but he is not going to avoid Eliana whatever I tell him.
Maybe you should let him make his own choices. He's not going to let you decide for him.
I know. And after he protected me for so many years, now I just feel some sort of unexplainable protection over him. I don't want to see him get hurt, Lewis.
He's already hurt?
I meant that I don't want to see him get hurt mentally. I didn't mean physically. Eliana isn't who Ford thinks she is. He needs to stay clear, but I can't seem to talk any sense into him.
Cut him some slack. He literally just met Eliana. He's not going to immediately believe you.
I know, but when will he realize that becoming close with Eliana is not a good idea?
What happened with you and Eliana?
A lot. Actually, a lot more than Ford knows. He said he'd believe me if I stopped lying about the fact that Eliana did more than break my necklace.
Then tell him the truth.
No, it's too risky.
Then face the consequences.
What do you mean?
If you don't speak up, Ford's just going to get hurt again. And this time, mentally.
You're right. The day of the accident, I refused to go into school. That was the worst mistake I've ever made, and I'm not about to make another one.
That's what I thought. You're brave, Amber. You can do this.
Thank you.
Amber texted.
What did she say?
She said that we need to talk.
But you've already talked?
That's what I was thinking. But what if something else has happened?
I'm sure Amber is fine. Do you think she's trying to convince you not to hang around me again?
Maybe. She seemed to be lying about something, though.
About what, exactly?
It's nothing serious. Don't worry.
You know you can tell me anything, Ford.
Do I?
You told me things about Amber and trusted me with it.
I didn't trust you. It just slipped out of my mouth. I didn't mean to say it. I just got carried away.
But still, Ford, you can trust me.
Amber seems to think otherwise.
Don't listen to Amber. The past is still in her head and is stopping her from viewing me in a positive light.
Did you forget about last night?
No, of course not.
You're 16, hurt.
Hey, it's fine. I can handle it.
Handle what?
Nothing. I saw some, cake in the tin. Want some?
Was that a purposeful subject change? But I could do with some cake.
Come on then.
Noah, before you go, why don't we have a small chat?
A chat? You've never wanted to chat before.
But I do now. And Noah, we never properly sat down for a chat.
You had your chances.
But I want to talk now. Isn't that enough?
Fine. I'm not staying long. What do you want to say?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
When our family started to break apart, I never spoke to you. Usually I wouldn't listen to you, and I feel you would have benefited if I actually did.
That was years ago.
That doesn't mean that I don't regret it. Everyone regrets mistakes they made in the past. A lot of people, including me, want to fix those mistakes.
And how exactly are you gonna fix this?
I'm not sure yet.
Kyra, do you know who that boy was?
I've never seen him before, so no.
Does he go to our school?
I don't think so. He seemed like the type of boy that wouldn't have an education. Anyway, like I said, don't worry about it.
If you're sure.
Are you sure that girl isn't hiding anything?
Who? Livy?
Yes, she seems quite sort of closed up. Like she's keeping something from us.
You might be right. but I've never had a special nice friend of my own, and I want to respect her privacy. I'm sure many people have secrets, and she can keep hers.
It seems like it's something big, though.
No matter how big or how small, she still deserves that respect.
Fine.
Hey, Kuna!
Hey, Sabrina!
Can I ask something?
Of course!
Do you mind if Johnny and I go to get coffee tonight? I just wanted to make sure you're okay with it.
Sure! I'm glad you're making friends, Sabrina. But I'm saying this as your older sister. Please be careful. I don't want to see you get hurt, okay?
I will be. Don't worry, Kuna.
Ford, is that your phone ringing?
It is. It's Amber.
Why on earth is she calling?
I don't know, but I'll answer it. Hey, Amber?
Ford, we need to talk tonight. I can take you out to the cafe, but we need to talk.
Why do I need to know that now? Aren't you in school?
Yes, but I need to tell you the truth.
So you finally come to the conclusion that telling the truth is a good idea?
Maybe. Lewis knocked some sense into me. Ford, Eliana is no good for you. I don't want to see you get mentally hurt.
How much more hurt can I get, Amber?
Maybe not physically, but mentally. Eliana is up to no good, Ford. Trust me.
I can't trust you until you tell me the truth.
Fine. Then we meet tonight. Alone.
Without Eliana?
Of course. Isn't that a bit of a stupid question?
Maybe. I was just asking. You don't have to be so defensive.
I don't understand why you're defending the girl you just met.
Because she actually seems to care about me, unlike most people. Yeah, I care more about others than myself, but at least someone cares about me.
So you're saying you're only speaking to Eliana because you're not thinking about yourself?
That's not what I meant!
You never think about yourself, and often for you that's a negative thing, especially regarding the argument you and Johnny had that I heard about.
I care about my friends and family, Amber, and I give everyone a chance, even second chances.
Oh, don't tell me you're giving Kara a second chance.
She's had more than 2 chances.
You're not wrong.
I know. I'm gonna go and eat cake now, alright?
Yeah, of course.
How'd it go?
Meeting with her tonight. She said she'll tell me the truth.
The truth?
Yes, I'm sure it's fine. No need to be nervous.
Fine.
Eliana goes into the kitchen and leaves Ford alone.
I really do wonder what the truth is.